So I was talking with a colleague of mine last week, and he was a little bit frustrated. His father had died many years ago, and the probate, the succession, had been lingering on for some time due to some family relationship issues. And there was some money that was in an account in his father's name. So he wanted to get all that cleared up, wanted to put the whole thing behind him. So he got all the paperwork that he thought he needed, the death certificate and the will and other things, and he trucked on down to the place where his father still had money. And he goes up to the person and says, "I'm the executor of my father's will. He died many years ago. I have all this paperwork. I need to get some of this money so I can share it with my siblings. We'd like to get this behind us." And I tried to warn him and tell him that it wasn't going to be that easy, but he was the one that kind of was going to just take things, take matters into his own hands and just go get it done. And I applaud him for that effort. But the person where the money was being held said, "We can't give it to you. You need to produce and they talked about a certain kind of document, which I'll get to in a minute. And they said, you need to get that document certified by the court within 90 days of producing that document to us." So he wrote down what he needed, and then he got a little confused. He said, "What do you mean I need to get it from the court?" And she just said, "You need to get it from the court. That's what it says here." So then he argues with her. He's like, "Do I need to get it from the Supreme Court, the United States Supreme Court, the state Supreme Court? Do I need to get it from the Clerk of Court? Do I need to go downtown? What are you talking about, the court? Do I need to walk into a courtroom and get it from the judge? What do you mean, the court?" So he was all confused, and finally we got it all straight. Weeks later, it got all straight. But that's a common example that consumers face when they're trying to do simple things like gain access to their deceased parents' accounts. So what he needed was, and he was told the wrong thing. He was told that he needed letters testamentary. In Louisiana, that's old. Really what he needed was letters of independent executorship. And he needed those, quote, letters to be certified by the Clerk of Court of the proper parish, and they needed to be certified, and then within 90 days after that certification, he would need to present them to get his father's money. So really confusing, really difficult, a lot of red tape. Took him 3 days. He said he went to 12 different offices. Finally, he got it straight. Finally, this stuff is behind him and his family. But just know that, going through a succession or a probate can be kind of a pain, particularly if you've never done it before. You don't know all the legal, technical mumbo jumbo that you got to know to get things done. So just thought I'd share that with you. Have a great day.